it's already on. Okay.
Yeah, we can work with this. Okay, thought number one, this is just good technique as a lead, but it's also something that makes everything more assertive, clear, strong, but not aggressive or pulling or muscly or stiff. So anytime you want to do an anchor, I establish the direction I want my partner to go next. So I'll put my head over my foot when I take the anchor. I'm gonna exaggerate it, making it bigger, but in real life, it's probably closer there. So my head is over the foot. That's a full weight transfer already. Then I allow everything to move past. I'm still head weight on the middle of my foot, but now you can feel stretch before I take that first step. Something you were doing before is your anchor was stepping behind you and away. Again, exaggerated. And then when it came time to take this next step, you had to pull your elbow in. I think of it like I'm holding a tray. I just keep my arms with my body. I stretch back and I give direction and release. It's kind of like you're a sponge or a mattress. You can absorb energy or dissolve energy. You don't want to create energy with your arms.
Yeah.
You use your essential muscles, like the trunk of a tree, not the branches. The branches eventually will break, they're uncomfortable, they don't work super well. So I had you starting to start patterns on your anchor, 6, and then let 1 travel with. 6, travel 1. Same thing on 4. I think your 4 had an extension of your elbows. I leave my elbows with myself. I keep them in the same spot. I move my chest and my head over that foot. And then I just let the follows go. And I take my weight on my right foot. Side pass, same idea. I go with the follows a little and then I change direction. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5 and 6, I let it settle away. I'll go with them a little, then I pull back and it slows them down without anything aggressive.
Okay.
We also gave you a note on trigger tucks. This is just something to be mindful of, but when your partner's turning, wait until you can see the white of their eyes, and as soon as you can, which is probably here, then lower the arm. If you leave it up, they're gonna keep going, but 2 out of 3 you did with me in the beginning, you started to lower it right there, which is just a little too soon. So that's good, just like technique check-in. I gave you the kind of homework, like I picked up a chair and I held it in front of myself. It would be weird if I moved the chair separate, but instead I just moved my center around, and sometimes it's like awkward, but it helps. Maybe like put a cat in a box, pick it up. Maybe like,
cat.
I don't know, someone else's cat. A baby in a bassinet, a car seat. Something that's like not heavy, but like minorly inconvenient. Maybe a laundry basket.
Okay.
That would work too. Laundry basket has stuff in it. It's not exhausting to hold up, but it's maybe a little inconvenient. Move from your core to move it around instead of arms.
Okay.
That's the goal here. And then we talked about strategy. If your partner is really heavy, especially if the heaviness is coming from a slowdown where they're just taking too much time going away on their anchor and too much time coming forward, maybe perhaps on their heel or leaning away from you, I'm not going to hit something on 3 necessarily, because by the time you're here, you're like, oh wait, now go back. It feels really like abrasive. Instead, I'm going to build momentum. So I'm going to start more momentum, then I'm going to ask for that thing. Or maybe I keep them going and I change what the pattern looks like so we don't have a time. And then when we do have time to let it settle, which again is going to get heavy, and I'm going to give myself the extra time to add some extra walks in, build the momentum back, etc. It's just strategy. It helps because then you don't feel like which is all very tight.
Yeah.
You want it to breathe.
We talked about rib teach.
Oh yeah, rib catches.
Yeah.
So when we do catches, you were catching with your fingers kind of like a relaxed normal person hand, but it meant that the fingers were really closed, and so you were catching kind of on the side here. So because these fingers were more or less closed and on the side, it kind of felt like it was dragging or pulling on the skin. So I said, relax the fingers open like a baseball mitt. Let the first shelf of the palm go. And that way, aha, you have something to lean into. And that seemed to work really well when you caught me. We'll go on this side. Boom. Just by using that extra shelf, they also give you the back of the hand. When you use the back of the hand, let the elbow come down to your rib cage.
That should be this way, right?
Yeah, I'll bend it. There you go. That keeps you from running into the undercarriage area, under brassiere, and it keeps it a little bit more, let's say, user-friendly. Especially like height differences. I find that really nice, and it's less threatening because it's the back of your hand. And you get more surface area, which we love.
We talked about rides.
Yes, rides. The footwork for the rides. Ooh, I'm gonna do this from behind. So when I step open, I think left. I'm trying to face my heart to my partner, my chest to my partner, and then I pull my right foot in front and across. Side, across, side, across, side, across, side, across. And you can move quicker with that technique than you can doing this. And this also kind of created like a gallop, a little choppy. This is so much smoother because I can do this and keep my shoulders perfectly even. And then we talked about you want the center of your partner and you to pull away, not the top, not the bottom.
So if you let me in a ride.
You in a ride?
You can leave me in a ride. You want me to leave
Soup. I'm gonna pull my belly button back and my hips back. You can see I'm in this like sit instead of where I think you wanted to be, which is here. It works. But oh boy, it feels like we're starting to fall out to the side. So this starts to weeble wobble. You pull from the middle, smooth as pie, man, so smooth. Which I think you kind of got that on lock on your second try. So I just gotta make it muscle memory.
Yup, that's a muscle memory thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.